Right.
Luckily, COVID happened and I actually made my degree online, so I thought that I'm not going to and I went 5 hours before, and I was like,
All right. Welcome. Whether you knew you were going to be here or not, the comedy show is moments away. Yes, surprising to me too. A comedy show at a place where no one is prepared for one. But believe it or not, this is the 6th time we've done this comedy show. Look at that. The music is down, the lights are low. Welcome, everyone. Yeah. This is the 6th installment of Julien's Comedy. 6th installment. Dave Chappelle used to say, we're not canceled yet. I'm going to take that thing. We are not canceled yet, surprisingly. They're going to keep letting us do comedy. It's awesome. Perfect timing, Annie. Great job. So everybody kind of got here tonight because of social media. I have a really love-hate relationship with social media. Anybody else have a weird relationship with social media? It's weird, man. If it wasn't for social media, none of this show would work, and I wouldn't know any of these comics that you're going to see tonight. But I hate social media, and I never want to look at my phone, and I feel so ashamed when I look at my phone. And sure enough, all social media shows me is girls with big butts and a lot of cleavage. And it's probably because when I see those videos, I share them to my friends and say, tits. Because why wouldn't you? It seems like that's what social media is for. It just goes, what do you want to see the most? You know what social media shows me and I can't stop watching is just people getting in fights. People getting in street fights. I watched a woman throw a chair at a Waffle House worker this morning. That's what I was doing at 9:30 in the morning. Just getting my day started with watching a bunch of uncultured people fight the Waffle House staff. And the Waffle House staff whooped their ass, which was the best part about it. The caption said, don't fuck with the Waffle House staff. And then I kept scrolling and saw like 6 more videos of people fighting because the algorithm is like, he really likes tits, ass, and people fighting. But I hate social media. When O.J. Simpson died, Caitlyn Jenner posted good riddance. And like that made me laugh because like OJ does not see your post from wherever dimension he's in. So you're just saying good riddance to all of us, and didn't you defend his court case? I don't know history very well, but I'm pretty sure it was Kim Kardashian's dad that defended OJ. But now it's Kim Kardashian's mom? I don't know. I'm just as confused. We'll stay away from those jokes. Sorry, guys. Recently, cabin fever has been bothering me. And anybody else hating the winter right now?
Yeah.
Make a little noise if you built a snowman this winter. I have. I built a snowman this winter. It doesn't mean I'm enjoying myself this winter at all. And seasonal depression is very real. I, however, am also in the process of just going broke. So I can't pay for therapy. But I found out that I bought a therapist a few years ago for like $50. It's called Grand Theft Auto 5. And I forgot. I haven't cracked open my PlayStation in a while, but I was like, oh shit, I have Grand Theft Auto 5. Like, let me turn it on. I started doing like a couple missions. I did like 4 or 5 missions, and then I was like, you know what? I can look up the cheat codes on the internet, and I can get all the guns and all the health and all the armor, and I can just try to kill as many people as I can before the cops get me. And it has been, what's up guys? I'm talking about shooting people in Grand Theft Auto. Yep. But what I found out is if you go and shoot someone in the subway, it's really hard for the cops to figure out where you are. So then you can like hold back in a corner like 300 the movie and just wait for the cops to come down the stairs into the subway and just light them up. It's really fun. And Grand Theft Auto 5 is great because you don't have to like push the buttons in a certain code to get the cheats. You can just pull up the cell phone and dial a number. It's much quicker to get the cheats so you can stay alive longer and just cause more mayhem. And you wouldn't believe how therapeutic it is. I highly recommend it. Just blowing people up in Grand Theft Auto. A lot of fun. So part of my seasonal depression was my mind wanted to think about all the cool ways to die. You know, because what else can you do when you're snowed in? You guys don't like that. You have too much death talk. I get it. No, I get it. We'll stay on the brighter side. I get it.
We have a pool tournament.
All right, go play billiards. Go play
I'll be
billiards.
Go
play billiards.
2
weeks. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. The 13th.
Shit is fire. You
The
sound
13th.
like Dave Chappelle right now.
Look at that. He's black too. I'll take it.
Yeah, he
All
is
right.
black.
All right. Hey, they're black. Look at that. It all connects. So anyway, you know what would be a really fun way to die, if you ask me? If you all of a sudden befriended like a wild animal, like a bear or like a puma, and it started to like come to your house and take some of your food from your hand and you could like pet it, and then it decided to turn on you and do exactly what an animal does and kill you. I think that would at least be like, hey, did you hear how Corey died? Yeah, he became great friends with a wolf for like 3 months. And then sure enough, it ripped his face off. But think about how cool those 3 months would be. Like, you befriended a wild animal. That is, I could chalk that up, I would be okay to die. You know how people say, like, oh, I could die now. Like, if I could befriend a fucking grizzly bear for 3 months, I could die now. I'm okay with that. That makes sense to me. All right. How we feeling, everybody? Yeah. I think we're missing one of the comics who's going to go shortly after me, so I'm going to keep just trucking along here. Chinese finger trap? Stretch, yes. Yeah, it's hard to do that with my fucked up hand game. Thanks for bringing attention to it. Great segue. We'll go to it. It's fine. Great segue. I was going to go somewhere else, but we'll go back to that. So yeah, my hand's pretty fucked up. It's very much an eyesore. I was not born this way. This happened like 2.5 years ago when I was 34 years old from a baseball injury. Isn't that the weirdest thing? A baseball injury. Okay? I crashed into a fence and pressed a rib onto my subclavian artery, and it gave me what's called thoracic outlet syndrome. So all of the blood stopped going to my thumb, died on my hand. They had to cut it off. It was a big process. I got misdiagnosed by 3 doctors over 6 months, right? So we tried to sue them. And the lawyers, who were one of the best law firms in Tucson, this happened in Tucson, they called me up and they said, Corey, we can't sue them because you have the rarest form of thoracic outlet syndrome ever. So the doctors are taught 99.9% of thoracic outlet syndrome. You had a 0.1% of thoracic outlet syndrome. It's almost like you won. Yes, exactly. She finished the joke. He said, my lawyer on the phone said, it's almost like you won the lottery. Tell them what you've won. You'll never tie your shoes again. Yes. Look, these are new technology. You turn the little thing. There's no laces on my boots, ladies. I need Velcro shoes, is what I'm saying. Part of this joke was you'll never play video games again. They make one-handed controllers, but you'll hate them. And then I started playing video games again, and this is the weirdest part. I am just as good at Spider-Man as I was before half my hand got cut off. So let me tell you, that makes me go, did I even need half of my hand for this much of my life? And I cry at night because I would really like the rest of my hand back. Anyway, so one of the doctors, when he had to amputate my thumb, he kept being like, yo, let me put your toe on your hands. Let me put your toe on your hand. It's a normal thing. I'll take your toe off of your foot and put it on your hand. And I kept being like, no, I don't want you to do that. That's fucking crazy. I'm a light, fast person, and if you take my big toe, I won't be as shifty. And it'll really bother me. I'm already losing half my hand. And what is the thumb on my hand going to actually function as? Anyway, so I'm about to go under from the drugs that they give you in the operating cocktail, right? And right before I black out, he goes, I've never amputated a thumb before. You mean you've never amputated a thumb before once, and you want to double down and take my toe and put it on my hand? What the fuck is wrong with you?
You're the 1%.
Exactly. I hate hospitals. If you work in healthcare, I'm sorry, but they are the worst place in the world. You don't get any fucking rest or sleep. It's people change shifts at 11 o'clock and then come in your room and they're like, hey, would you like me to leave the door open? How are you feeling? And I'm like, no, it's 11 o'clock and I'm on my 3rd of 4 surgeries in this month. Shut the fucking door. And then someone comes in at 2:30 and is like, hey, guess what? I have to take blood out of you right now at 2:30. And they're going to make the person doing it a fairly attractive nurse. So you're like, all right, fine, fucking do it. At least you're hot. Jesus Christ. So anyway, perfect. I'll end with this. Anybody out there like scary movies? We got scary movie fans? Perfect. All of you people suck. Fantastic. Okay, so I recently got referred a movie by my very good friend. I did not know I was getting referred a very scary, creepy thriller called Bugonia. If anybody's seen it, it's Jesse Plemons and Emma Stone. It's very creepy. Alicia Silverstone makes a great cameo. Scares the shit out of me. So what happened was this. I watched the movie Good Fortune with Keanu Reeves and Seth Rogen. Very funny, very light. I like that kind of shit, okay? I like weed. I don't like downers. I'm an upper guy. I also take mushrooms to try to have better sex with my hot wife, okay? So, I took mushrooms last Saturday night thinking I'm going to have sex. We watch a movie, we have a little sex, I'll take some mushrooms, it'll feel good. She wanted to watch the movie. I did not know we were going to watch a scary movie. My friend, I said, hey, I watched Good Fortune, you should check it out. And he says, oh, I just watched the movie, you should watch Bugonia. It's got so-and-so in it, you'll like it. I go, okay, thinking like he's referring another funny movie to me. So for the first 30 minutes, I think I'm watching a dry comedy. Nope. No, I am not. It is an actual crazy person. Because like dry comedy is like, you know, you think like, does he really mean that? Like that was kind of a weird thing to say, but hey, it's dry comedy. That's what dry comedy is. No, this was a crazy person planning to kidnap and torture someone, and you're gonna watch it. You ready? Have fun. We're gonna watch a person get electrocuted for 5 minutes. It couldn't be worse than how this set went, everyone. No, and actually, you guys have been great. This has probably been the best start we've had in 6 tries here. I'm done. My name is Corey McEnroe. Thank you. This has been great. We have a very funny guy, my friend. We call him Note Card Mike. He's going to get up here and do some jokes for you. Make some noise for Mike Poles.
Hey guys, how's it going? Woo, yeah. All right, so here's the thing. I was supposed to write jokes, but I didn't really have that much time tonight, so I just kind of wrote definitions. So I've got some deft definitions for you tonight. I hope you like them. You don't have to cheer for that. That's nice. Definition number 1. Minor operation. Noun. A surgical operation which is performed on somebody else other than yourself. Antonym, major operation. A surgical operation that was performed on you. This is not minor operation, not to be confused with minor operations, such as Jeff Epstein, Diddy, etc., etc., etc. Nagging, noun, the constant reiteration of the unhappy truth. See also living with relatives of any kind. That's nice. If I take this off, we'll see. Nah. That's called a compromise. Noun, a deal in which two people settle for what neither one of them wanted. See also marriage. Compromise, of course, is not to be confused with the adjective compromised, which is of the same makeup as your favorite politician. Ooh, this one's my favorite. Secret. It's a noun. Something you tell one person at a time. I'm going to share a secret. We're gonna play a little game of telephone, right? I'm gonna tell Corey something, and Corey's gonna tell Gabe something, and Gabe's gonna tell the nice lady next to him something. And then we're gonna go around until we get back to me, and we'll see if you all know the secret.
Yes.
Oh, really? I can do that.
Another very bold swing.
Well, we gotta get everybody involved. Everybody's gotta know the
This is how you
secret.
get the crowd to go.
Yes.
Exactly. I'm gonna practice. The dudes are better, right?
All right, let's get that secret swinging on back up here.
Where's the secret?
A long way to go.
It's got a long way to go. You know what? I'm gonna cut the path as the secret short. You, sir, you tell me the secret.
Someone has an 11-inch.
Wow, y'all are really bad at telling secrets. That's not what I said at all. And you know what? Since you're so bad with secrets, you don't even get to know what I said. Joke's on you. Sorry.
So you don't have an 11-inch penis? No one said.
Yeah, I'm sure nobody said that. I'm almost 1,000,000% sure nobody said it.
I said Mike had an 11-inch.
Oh, thank you, Kate. Well, I've got one friend in the audience at least.
I figured we'd let every girl in here know.
Gabe's intelligent. That's the next word we got. Intelligence, noun, a sterling quality possessed by anybody who will listen attentively to what you have to say and nod in agreement. Audience, that is your cue to nod in agreement. Yes. Ooh, coming up on the last few jokes. Sense of humor, that which makes the unpleasant more palatable. For instance, you really need to have a good sense of humor to appreciate how funny it is we get a fake alien invasion before Woody Allen gets arrested for molesting his own kids.
Yes.
All right, this is a big one, tonight's closer. Definition finale. Indian swimming pool, noun, an overflown septic tank. Thank you, everybody. Good night.
Yeah. Yeah. No card mic, everybody. No card mic. All right. The hairstylist is
We
Milbrook.
have to work
I
tomorrow.
totally understand. Style your hair, please. They have
Important
a lot of
business to
clients.
do.
Get your hair done there. Just got hot, fresh news that the Mercury retrograde, if any of you are into that, has affected the dear Kaylee Strafford, so she won't be here tonight. Actually, she's non-binary, so they will not be here tonight. You will not see them. So this could be a wonderful opportunity for me to go on and on and on about more stuff, but I think you guys have had enough of me, at least for now. I could slip my way in again. It is my show. So we are going to skip and move along, keep it going here. We have a very funny guy. His name is Gabe Baldisi coming to the stage.
Thank you. I was not prepared at all. I'm going to read a Snapple fact for you guys, all right?
Yes.
That way, even if you don't like the set, we all leave here and go, at least I learned something, right? Not all women that smoke cigarettes do anal, but all women that do anal smoke cigarettes. I can't believe they fit all that under the cap. That's insane. Now, I actually got some exciting news, guys. I finally had my first threesome. Thank you. That's right. I fingered a pregnant lady. Come on, that counts. That counts. Come on, Sarah, you want to give me some of that? The baby did. No, I have I have not had sex lately. It has been a problem. It's gotten sad, I'm be honest with you. I was mostly I didn't prioritize it for a little bit. I was like, let me get the rest of my life affairs in order. And then I had a dream not too long ago that I was jerking off. I've never woke up more angry in my life. Dude, I asked my shrink, I was like, what do you think this means? And she was like, I don't know, but I'm a firm believer in that dreams come true. And I was like, yeah, me too. I guess I wish I had more aspirational dreams. Right, like the very least I was getting pussy. Like, I don't know. You know when you flirt with a chick and she's like in your dreams, bud? Apparently not even there. Apparently not even fucking there. That's tough. I was going to get a coffee the other morning, and I tried to use my EBT card, forgetting that you can't buy hot coffee with EBT. So I made a joke with the register lady, like, and EBT's kind of fucked up. You know what I mean? Like, they're like, you can get a coffee, but it's gonna be cold, motherfucker. And this lady goes, yeah, I wouldn't know. Which, first off, you work at Stewart's, bitch. Yes, you would. But secondly, what a fucking snarky thing to say. So I tried to, think of an equally snarky response. I just looked at her and I went, well, you're fat. She's like, excuse me? I was like, well, no, I figured, if you get to poor shame me, I get to fat shame you. She goes, that's totally different. I have no control over my current circumstances. I was like, yeah, same. She goes, no, but in your situation, like if you really pulled yourself up by the bootstraps, you could change things. I was like, funny, because same. And she went, you know what, I could just tell, you're totally just not getting it. If you knew my environment and my upbringing, you'd understand that I am predisposed to my current disposition. And I said, yeah, guess what, bitch? Same. Now, do you want to have sex or not? Because this tension, it feels sexual. Yes? Cool, you buy the condoms. EBT also does not let me buy condoms. Bit of an oversight by EBT, if you ask me. The government saves some money in the long run if you, Look, I'm not trying to say that poor people shouldn't have kids. But poor people shouldn't have kids. You shouldn't have to even pay for them. They should come mandatory with every EBT purchase. Like a fucking lollipop after the dentist. Like, everything. You shouldn't be allowed to have a baby if you couldn't fiscally consider the option of aborting it. An abortion's $375. That's a month of Pampers. All right, I lost you with the abortion stuff, and that is more than fair. Look, I don't think... I had a lady here fucking a couple weeks ago get really upset. I don't expect anyone to take anything I say up here seriously. I'm fucking around. I don't know if you couldn't tell from the fingering pregnant woman material, but I am not a smart young man, okay? I'm 25 years old, and I've just learned that soup du jour means soup of the day.
Yeah.
I've been ordering it for years now. For those of you not following, I have for years now been going to different restaurants, ordering the soup du jour, and then been fucking baffled when it tasted different each time. Yeah, that's... And I can vote. Doesn't that scare you guys? That's how you end up with our current... That's how you end up with Elon Musk in your cabinet. That's how that happens. I have a theory with Elon Musk. You guys remember? You ever remember the Nazi salute thing? Yeah. Do you remember a couple of months prior to that when he was doing like an X with his body for that overhead drone photo? Just thinking out loud here. Any chance he's just spelling out his dumb fucking kid's name? You know, like out through photos, like that was an X and then that was a 7. I don't know, like. That's what I'm telling you. You shouldn't make fun of Elon. That guy's autistic. Him being autistic just makes the whole thing funnier. I don't know, you're telling me this guy's an autistic Nazi? He's all schwistic? Dude, autistic Nazis is funnier than anything I could write. Just him and Kanye walking around, hitting backward Nazi salutes. Fucking, yeah, just, that's great. Autistic Nazis. Can you think of a group more fond of trains? Dude, I actually have a friend I had to stop doing mushrooms with. Because every time I'd trip with this kid, he'd sort of start to just Nazi out on me. We'd be seemingly having a good time just watching a flick. And he'd be like, did you know that Germany had the #1 economy under Hitler's regime?
No.
And I'd be like, no. And I don't know what any of this has to do with the movie Step Brothers. And we get into this fucking back and forth where I'm kind of coming at it. I was like, are you trying to justify genocide with economics? This kid was a conspiracy nut. I don't know if you've ever argued with one of these guys, but they know all the facts.
Oh, yeah.
So he'd just quickly correct me and go, well, you know, it wasn't just Jewish people. There was black people, Jehovah's Witnesses. Technically, it was a genocide. Fucking, all right, grammar Nazi. Very funny to be anti-Semitic but pro-semantics. I don't know. It's kind of like when you know when Mormons are like, it's like Mormons being like, I don't like black people. Now meet my 12 kids and 7 different baby mothers. I heard a groan and a wow. Guys, it's okay. It's okay. I'm allowed to make that joke. I was raised by a black stepfather. Black stepfather. A bit of an oxymoron. I know. That's racist. Dad, tell his biological kids that. No, actually, I told that joke in front of my stepfather on a show. Never been more fearful to tell a joke in my life. Like, he doesn't have to be as nice to me as he is. He could just fuck my mom and ignore me. You know what I mean? Like, he's a good dude. Now, no bullshit. I have a joke about him having a Prince Albert, and I was more fearful to tell the biological kid stuff.
How do you know he has a Prince Albert?
I know what metal tastes like, Corey. And now you actually want to know how I know he has a Prince Albert? He told me and my Pee Wee football team. Yes. Back in the day, he coached us. Like I said, good stepfather, and he thought this was gonna motivate us for whatever reason. There was a practice where like one of the kids was fearful of getting in on tackles, and he goes, "Come on, I can take a piercing through the tip of my dick, but you can't take a hit with a helmet and pads on." Mid-Oklahoma drill, we all just stopped. We were like, "I'm sorry, what the fuck did you say?" We're not gonna brush past whatever the fuck that just was. And instead of just stopping there, he goes on to explain that he got this piercing for a porno that he was in, that his porn name was the Dick of Death. Again, this was Pee Wee football. We're like 9. I realize I'll never look at my sweet mother the same way again. Dude, it's bad enough knowing that your mom's getting dicked down. Now I know she's taking on the Dick of Death. That's such an intense name, dude, the Dick of Death. That's like the Ring of Fire, which is what we called my mother when he gave her BD. Now to this day, I don't know what he was going for. Like, did he think we were gonna have this triumphant, like, remember the Titans moment? Where someone was like, you know what? John's right, guys. If he could triumph that Prince Albert cock piercing, then we can do anything. Like, no, that's not how that works. It's an open book. My whole family were open books. It leads to these very funny conversations that until I'm in front of people like you, I don't realize how fucking abnormal they actually are. Like over the holidays, we were talking about bukkake porn. Don't ask me how we got into that conversation, but we're talking about bukkake porn when my mom asked me if I know what a vajankle is. And I say, no, what's that? She tells me, Google it. Are you guys here familiar with what a vajankle is?
No.
Alright, this is what we call Gabe's favorite part of the show. A vajankle is a new pocket pussy. I'm glad you guys are eating for this. It's a new type of pocket pussy that they have on the market. So you ever heard of the fleshlight? So it's like that, but instead of a flashlight, it's you're fucking a foot. You know, so that way it's not weird or nothing. But midway through Googling a vajankle, I make a typo, and I discover something called a vajacial. And my stepdad John goes, what's a vajacial? And I tell him, Google it. And this leads to this moment where as John and I are Googling vajankles and vajacials, my mom is simultaneously on her phone Googling bukkake porn. And all I could imagine was the CIA agent monitoring our internet. Like, what the fuck is this family planning? All right, that's gonna do it for me, guys. Thank you.
Yeah, love it. Fantastic. We have a very funny lady coming up here, but yeah, we'll just keep it moving. We'll keep it moving. Her name's Gab Johnson. Let's keep it going for Gab. All right.
Okay, hi. This is so unnecessarily heavy. I feel like that was my fault. I'm sorry. Yeah, hi. It's my birthday tomorrow.
Yeah!
Birthday.
Thank you. Tomorrow, but I'm milking it for today. And I feel like I'm having a quarter-life crisis, but I was thinking about it, and like looking at my family's history, I'm probably a third of the way there. So I was reminiscing on some birthdays past that I've had, and there was one particular birthday, I think it was my 12th birthday. I was homeschooled, and like, there was this other girl who was homeschooled. I thought she was really cool. Like, I was homeschooled for religious reasons, and she was homeschooled because her mom did mushrooms. Like, she was cool. She was so cool she was unschooled, which means that her parents just let her be stupid. And I invited her to my slumber party. I said, hey, it's my birthday. Do you want to come to my sleepover? And she said no. So I was like, oh, your parents don't allow you to have sleepovers? No, I just don't want to. She smiled while saying it. I think about that still. And I hold grudges. All right, I hold grudges. I did some stalking to see how she was doing, like hopefully badly. Found out she's hot. That sucks. In like a Ren Fair vegan kind of way. But still, I'm still mad about it. But she's also trying out, it's kind of like a new kind of employment. It's called unemployment. I'm so glad you guys are happy about that. Yeah, at least she learned how to say no to things, right? Like I need to learn that still. You know, I'm here because I don't know how to say no. I keep coming back. No, I need to learn how to say no to things. Like, someone offered me a job to do for free that I hate, and I was like, I guess I'll clear my schedule. Sounds like good exposure. The job in question was babysitting my youngest sister. And I think I kind of pioneered quiet quitting with that one. Like, I would just put her on her iPad, and then I would start burning paper clips on the stovetop. She was in the other room. and I can't, like, heat up paper clips on the stovetop while my family's home. So if anything, that was very responsible of me. Being homeschooled, I didn't really have, like, a sex education. I had the internet and the Bible. So I thought that, like, cum was just slang for the word come. And I knew that I did not want God to come to me in my sleep. I saw what happened to Mary. I was not having any of that. And, like, I had no concept of anything involving sex other than that, you know, it happened and it made babies. Like, I got the talk in a Walmart parking lot when I also think 12 years old. Monumental year for me. My dad commented on someone buying condoms, and I was like, hey, those aren't packets of ketchup and mustard. I thought condoms was short for condiments. Yeah, they gave me the talk, but it wasn't like when a man and a woman love each other very much. It was like, well, you're gonna get married and you're gonna have to deal with it. It's gonna happen. You might not like it. It was mostly from my mom. All right, yeah, I'm a bit of an idea guy myself. I fancy myself an idea guy. You know, big ideas. I think a lot, but I don't actually do anything. I have a lot of restaurant ideas. Big on restaurants, but I don't actually think that's really unique. You know, like, I think everyone kind of has a restaurant idea. You're like, maybe you're gonna do tacos a little bit differently. Or maybe you're gonna revolutionize the burger industry. A lot of men have that dream, and I respect it. Haven't seen it happen, but it's a dream. Like, I think if you found someone who doesn't have a restaurant idea, you have found someone who does not dream. Like, really, I think that we should ask for restaurant ideas when we screen for assisted suicides. I know you want to kill yourself. We've been looking forward to this for a long time. But it says here that if you had a restaurant, it would be a all-you-can-eat noodle bar called Endless Possibilities. Go home and take a nap. You've still got some fight left in you. So I went home, and I had a really great nap. And now I'm here. I'm trying to get over to Florida. Not permanently, just for a visit. I've got some friends there, but I'm really scared. Because they've got a lot of standing water. That's the worst kind of water. I prefer my water sitting down. Lots of swamps, ponds, bottles of Dasani. Redundant after the last two, but, you know, it's brand name. And the last time I was in Florida, I saw all these signs around, these bodies of water, and the first one, I read it from a distance. It said, do not feed, or, I was like, no, that can't be it. So I got closer. Do not feed or molest the alligators? The alligator, like, I could see having that sign maybe outside of a daycare or wherever Gabe lives. But alligators, how many got molested that this had to be put up? Or are we just covering our bases? And then on the sign, right, like, I was reading it, it explains why you shouldn't feed them. Nothing about why I shouldn't molest them. Just that there's a $500 fine. Not a bad price. In New York, that would run me at least $1,000. It's no wonder everyone's moving south. So it's Florida, so I just know there's some guy rubbing himself in beef jerky, like, what if the alligators molest me? And I know there's some homeschooler out there who's like, actually, to molest means to bother or to annoy, which, sure, but
Whatever.
my mom never said to me, I'm gonna go take a nap. Unless there's an emergency, no one molest me. But maybe she should have. Right, because I'll molest my parents over anything. We run out of milk, molested. Can't find my phone charger, molested. I'm bored, call me a billionaire, because Somebody's getting molested. It's the closest I'll ever be to being rich. All right. Before I go, I did want to leave with you guys. I really like compliments. I like getting them. I'm waiting. Oh, cheers aren't a compliment. Be more specific. Thank you. Thank you, Dave. I appreciate that. I love compliments from people who don't give a shit if I live or die. It's like some of you guys, right? I love them so much. I went once. One of my favorite compliments that I got was at a gas station. I was buying corn-flavored popcorn. Delicious. It's not a bit, it's real. I love corn-flavored popcorn. It's like popcorn, but it tastes like real corn. That's huge for me. I was buying it, and the Sunoco cashier told me that I have a beautiful mind. That's nice. I like that. But my favorite compliment ever that I've ever gotten in my whole entire life was I was at my gynecologist, right? And for those of you who don't know, first, the medical assistant, I think the gynecologist pimp, comes in and makes you get naked. And then they send the gynecologist in. And then she leaves while you're still naked. That's worse than a one-night stand. That's humiliating. She doesn't ever want to see you with your clothes on, let alone meet your family. I got dressed up nice for it and everything. So demeaning, but, they really don't care if you live or die, so you can imagine how much this meant to me. When I was having our yearly tryst, and she was, casting spells. And I'll never forget what she said to me. Perfect cervix. Perfect cervix. Yes, I'm bragging, because, from a professional, if anyone can figure out what makes a perfect cervix, I think it's her. And that compliment meant so much to me that now whenever I'm having, a hard time, a bad day, I don't like how I look. My phenotype's not trending on Instagram or TikTok. I checked both. I can remember what she said, and that it's not about how I look. It's what's on the inside that counts. All right, that's all I've got for you. Bye-bye.
Fantastic. Gab's boyfriend is here. Tell us about that perfect cervix. No, quick little piece of information on Florida, because Gab brought it up. Do you guys know that Florida has a python problem? Yeah, you can make a living catching the top largest python or second largest python each month. Each month you can say, I'm gonna just sell out and go find a big fucking snake, and then 30 people show up to the county courthouse with these big ass snakes, and some guy measures them. And then if you have the biggest snake, you make 45 racks. And if you have the second biggest snake, you make 25 racks. So if anybody needs a job, go to Florida and try to catch a big snake. So if anybody came here tonight God, what do I do with my life?
That's not going to be
That guy with the fucked up hand told me to go catch a big snake down in Florida. I bet he's trying to set me up to lose my hand. That baseball story is a bunch of bullshit. He went and tried to catch a snake. All right. Anyway, we have two really, really, really funny guys. They run a podcast. The podcast is called Good to Be Here. I'm very happy to have them here. I told them because they are podcast hosts that whoever is the least funny between them will have to fight. And they said, we're much bigger than you. So it doesn't look like it's going to go well for me. The first one who's coming is John Leary. So make some noise for John Leary.
Wow. Great to be here. Not good, but it's close. It is great to be here, though. Wow. Julien's Bar. How we doing, guys? It's true. We're bigger. We're bigger than you. But mostly by girth. Because you haven't seen my co-host for this podcast that we're supposed to be good at. He's also a man of my size. So we could at least suffocate you, I think, probably what you're looking for. Hello, guys. I'm John Leary, local comedian. How are you?
Yeah.
Thank you for being here. You might recognize me. I've been on TV. I've made some appearances. I've improvised. I've acted before. Recently, I was on Law and Order SVU. I played the victim. Yep. Believable. And they loved me. They brought me back. And I 2 episodes. Second episode, I played the dead victim. That's my range. There it is. In trouble and then post trouble, you know? That's how that works. I was also, I don't know if you guys have seen My Strange Addiction. TLC, shout out, the Learning Channel. I was on My Strange Addiction. I was the guy that ate all the hair. That was me. You know what I'm saying? He knows. He saw the episode. Love that. What's your name? Keep it that way. Am I right? Jesus. That's crowd work. Love it. Oh man, I'm John. That's real. That's my name, John. Thank you. Only time I've gotten applause for that. Now we know. She's a John fan. Wow. No, that's true. It's a common name. People love to jazz it up. They'll call me nicknames. Recently, people have called me Grimace. Because my dick is purple and fat. And me, I don't call myself that. I just call the doctor. Because it's not supposed to be that color. Nope. Definitely not. No, John's a common name. It's tough, you know. Like sometimes I'll walk into a room, there's already 3 Johns in there. I would have brought this one if I knew, you know. It's a common name, you know. I don't know. I don't like it. I like uncommon names like Miles. Miles is a crazy name. You probably only know one, Miles Teller, right? That's what I'm saying. Uncommon name. How do you think Miles came about? Like, do you think the first Miles was just a guy that liked distance? Is that how that works? Do you think in the UK there's a little chap running around named Kilometer? Just saying. Could be. Could be. Names are weird. I don't know. It's like, here's a name fact. You can't spell the word America without Erica. The name. Yep. And that would be good news for my ex-girlfriend Erica, who always thought everything was about her. Yep. Good luck, Erica. You got a whole country. Yuck. You guys are reacting to Erica how you should be. She sucks. She sucks. Names, you know? Names, man. Names, man. Like, here's something else, too. Like you think, like, you guys have heard the term lukewarm. You think that was just some guy named Luke that was, like, sweaty all the time? They were probably like, oh, like, how cold is that soup in a nice temperature? Go touch Luke. You'll find out. Something to think about. Names. Consider it. Great bartenders tonight. Shout out your bartenders. Shout out Juliens. I've noticed none of them are Julian, it seems. Who's Julian? Great. I was hoping some guy would stand up and be like, I'm over here. Didn't happen. Something about Julian's shower in the bathroom. It works. You don't have to test it. I did. I'll take credit. Turned it on. It works. That's it. That's all my Julian's bar material. Moving on. Oh man. No, it's a little bit about me. I'm John. Again, name. No, a little bit about me. People have been telling me I smell lately exactly like Havarti cheese. And I agree. You know, we don't always have to argue. There's too much of that nowadays. Some things are just facts, you know? And that's what I live in, is the facts, the data. So I've got some stats on me that I can talk about. These are real stats, you know? 5'9", 190, 29 years old. Small penis, $200 in my checking account. All real. All real. You know? $0 in my savings. That's also real. I do have, though, 10,000 McDonald's rewards points. Give it up. Yeah. Yep. Congratulations. You just earned one of my free ice cream sundaes from the app. I could give everybody in this room a fucking sundae and I wouldn't even feel it. That's how I am swimming in points nowadays, guys. Nobody's hitting these nuggets like I am. Went a little hard on the nugget. I apologize. Put that in my notes for next time. It's true, though. I'm a McThousandaire. Damn straight. Damn straight. More stats. Here they are. I have gained 60 pounds in the last 6 months. And I just borrowed $600 from my mom. 666. Mark of the beast. I am the mind freak. Are you ready? Chris Angel fans in the crowd?
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah. Never Chris Angel fans in the crowd. That's it, you know. Thank God, though. It's true, $600 from my mom, and then I also borrowed $600 from the Cash App Corporation as well. Didn't even know you could do that, but dumb people like me find that shit. So they did their job, you know? Shoot. I've been noticing lately, like, I think this is the wrong hobby for me, unfortunately. Because I'm a stand-up comedian. All I want to do is lie down. Especially in the winter. I have a heated blanket that I bought this winter. Wow, guys. Go out and get one. Or just have adequate heating. That's the other choice. I don't know, but I'm doing this cool thing. I put the heated blanket around me, and the peak of it is at my head, so I'm in the middle. That's just a tip for you guys. Moving on. But I've been real warm. I don't know about you guys, but I've been real warm. It's true. It's true. I am 29. That's real. That's a stat. Real stat. As I've been saying, 29. I'm turning 30, and I'm looking back. I'm looking forward. Things I've done. Things I have not done. You know. I think by 30, I would have loved to have been a grandfather. If I was blessed that way, you know. But I just found out, too, it takes longer than that. So, like 15-year-ish. So, who knows? I thought by 32, I would forgive my ex-girlfriend for cheating on me. With our, yeah, you're right. You're right. You know, just real quick, they talk homewrecker. You know, we hate homewreckers. My queen in the audience didn't see who it was, but we hate her. We hate them. But homewrecking, that sounds kind of cool, kind of. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not cool, but, like, if my boys were going out in the town homewrecking, that sounds sick. Where's the monster truck at? You know what I'm saying? Shit. No, it's man, where was I? Cheating, right? Was that it? I don't know. Shoot. No, oh yeah. No, I really thought I would forgive my ex-girlfriend for cheating on me with our Uber Eats driver. Wow. But you just can't, you know. And that was a tough night. I'm tired. I'm ordering Uber Eats, you know, coming home. Uber Eats bag's on the table. You know me, I start eating. Come on. Like, little did I know, the driver was there too, and he was also eating. Same time, 2 different meals. Jeez. But I don't have to do the 30-year-old resolution like I'm giving up Uber Eats because I can't even look at the logo anymore, you know. So that's where I'm at with that, you know. 30 years old. I also thought I'd do like by 30 I thought I'd complete a jigsaw puzzle. Turns out no. That's how that shook out. I think though the reason is because I keep eating the pieces. They've got this chew to them. That is like, just go home. I mean, what are you using your fucking jigsaw puzzles for, by the way, nowadays? Like, just pop it open, take a chew. Another tip from me. Thank you. I think, too, the reason why I'm eating these pieces is because I've got a sweet tooth, you know? Guilty. Sweet tooth. That's me. But by sweet tooth, I mean there's a tooth in the back of my mouth that it's got like a sicky sweet taste to it.
Oh.
And it hurts. It fucking hurts. Woo! Hot, cold, doesn't matter. Woo! I think it's dead. The doctor does, the dentist does too. I've been spending a lot of time at the dentist too. That's the crazy thing. And like I've never minded the dentist, but it's the sounds that get me at the dentist. I'm an auditory guy, you know. Do I have a podcast? It's okay. Don't have to laugh at the podcast bit. No, but it's true. I'm an auditory guy, and like the sounds get me, like the drill at the dentist. You know, it's like in your brain, like you know what I'm saying. So I'm like, woo, yeah. I don't like that. Was that the drill sound? What was that? The shower? Start the shower for me. I'll be back there in a second. No, but and then they come in with the tube, you know? You know the tube. Oh, I can't lie, I be sucking on that shit. Straight up. Until like the dental hygienist is gotta be like, hey, stop. We have work to do. We got work to do. And I, believe it or not, haven't been to the dentist. They won't let me back in. Sucking on that tube too much, you know. And it's tough too because the last time I saw my dentist, he gave me 2 years to live. I was expecting gasps. That's crazy news, especially to get from a dentist. They don't give those diagnoses. That's the plural of diagnosis. Just saying. No, they don't, and I realized it's because that was a personal threat of violence that he gave to me, and it happened outside of the chair, outside of the office. But I get it, because he's been telling me to floss for 29 years. I haven't listened once. There you go. That's where the sweet tooth comes in, guys. What can you do? Listen, that's going to be it for me. God bless you. You know, I'm gonna sandwich it. You're gonna get some announcements about my podcast that's important. You know,
Yeah.
Great to Be Here podcast. Listen to it. Search it on Google, at least, or Spotify. Here's the thing: we have 10 weekly listeners. So if just some of you clicked, don't even listen. Just click play. That's it. Thank you.
Yeah.
God bless.
Yeah, John Leary, that was great. He jogged my memory talking about names. Do you think that people still name daughters Karen?
Nope, not anymore.
Someone said yes?
No, I said not anymore.
No, I heard a yes. Trust me, I heard how
Older
older generation are still having kids? Like you're telling me a baby girl comes
never
out
know.
and someone's like, we're gonna go with Karen.
Yes.
Like, no way, dude.
They might do it as a joke. You never
Then
know.
that girl is fucked. She's fucked. And then this is the other also stream of thought that John brought me to. John kept saying he's turning 30 and he has like a resolution. He looks back on his life. I'm 37 and I have a lovely wife and a child, but I have yet to have a cocaine bender weekend with 2 Latin hookers. And it really bothers me. It does. It does. People would go, are you excited about the baby? and I'd have to lie and say yes. But I would be so much more excited if I was going down to visit my boys in Florida. And they have a website now called eros.com, E-R-O-S.com, and you can look up all the hookers in every major city in the country. It's the most amazing thing I've ever seen in my life. I window shop on eros.com. For a fantasy I'll probably never get to live out. I end my day and I go downstairs and I smoke the blunt and I look at eros.com and I look at these fucking Lamborghini of women that I'll never be able to purchase or spend time with, and I just go, man, look how fucking hot they are. I bet they wouldn't get any of my jokes, and it would be the worst hour I've ever paid for. Anyway, this was probably a better hour than that for you guys. We're going to keep it moving. We have the other half of the Great to Be Here podcast. His name is Jake Gleason. Make some noise.
What's up, everybody? How are we doing? I like to sit down while I do stand-up so I don't get out of breath. Oh my god. These stools have hydraulics, bro. What's up? I keep spinning too. Hey, how's everybody doing tonight? Yeah. Good? Yeah? Woo. And me? I'm a blue-collar worker. Any other blue-collar workers in the building? Yeah? You guys failed out of college too?
Oh, you actually, or you're not.
Hell yeah. No, I'm a blue-collar worker. For a living, I'm a tree climber. And I've always been a blue-collar worker. Like when I was a kid, my first job was actually working at a nursery. Not for children, but for trees and shrubs. And in my current line of work, I'm cutting up trees and shrubs and chopping them into tiny little pieces. So I guess it's a good thing it wasn't a child's nursery, right? Otherwise, I'd be like Jeffrey Dahmer right now. No, and tree work, there's a lot of fun terminology. Like there's this thing called a widowmaker. Does anybody know what a widowmaker is? Okay, I'm going to explain for everybody else. Widowmaker is when a branch is like hung up in a tree and it's like capable of falling at any moment and crushing you. And they call it a widowmaker because often back in the day, men used to go out in the field and get crushed by these branches. Now me, when I'm standing under one of these branches, it's just called a happy family. I don't have a wife at home. And my parents could probably sell the house, get me out of the basement. No, they haven't mentioned selling the house at all, but there have been signs. Like the other day, I went home, no bed frame. They sold my bed frame. I'm scared I'm just going to start finding stuff on Marketplace, like my Pinewood Derby trophies. Yeah, I said Pinewood Derby if you needed any more evidence that I wasn't an athletic child. But no, another sign that my parents really want to sell the house is the other day my mom sent me a job application for a job in Alaska. Like, what the fuck, Mom? Like, what's the nicest way to say, I hope you get mauled by a grizzly bear?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, right? But no, tree work is fun, though. I have a lot of fun doing it. We climb the trees and stuff. It's very scary a lot of the time because I'm scared of heights. But my boss, he's been doing this really cute shit recently. Kind of like me kicking my foot right now. No, my boss, he's been doing this cute shit, though. He's been calling me son. Like the other day, he came up to me, he was like, hey, son. He even said, hey, you actually remind me a lot of my son. I had the pleasure of meeting his son at a holiday Christmas party. Non-verbal autistic. And not like the cool kind of autism. Like, he's not good with numbers. He's the kind of autism that, like, screams at dogs. Yeah, so I've learned recently my boss calling me son is just his HR-approved way of calling me a retard. I don't know, guys. What's happening? You guys having fun tonight? Yeah. You guys all local, or? Yeah? Nice.
Hour away.
Yeah? Cool. What's up, Gabe?
What's up, buddy?
It's fun to be here in Millbrook. This place is kind of crazy. It feels like a piece of Connecticut in New York.
Yeah. I mean, we're really close to Connecticut. I
Yeah.
was born in Sharon, Connecticut.
Okay,
And
cool.
I grew up here.
Oh, nice, nice. My parents are originally from Connecticut, like
Yeah.
the Newtown region.
Yes, and we're mad close.
Okay,
I mean,
cool, cool.
Me and my wife go shopping in New Milford.
Oh, really? Nice. Nice. I'm from Milford, but Milford, Pennsylvania. So
Okay.
I'm quite far away from here.
Yeah.
I traveled the ways for this, guys, so you better laugh. A little bit more about me. Oh, wait, I wanted to talk about this street outside real quick. Did you guys see this street? I got out of my car, and I felt like I was in a duel. Like, I felt like I was going to just go, draw, and just shoot at my friend John. I don't know. Also, the shower in the bathroom is a nice touch. I love the leg lamp, too. Really loving this place. But no, I'm the youngest of 3 brothers. My oldest brother is a musician. My middle brother is a physician's assistant. And I struggle to spell both of their professions. Both of them sound like they should have an SH in them, but they don't.
No.
Like they got the sh sound, but not the letters. But no. So growing up, my brother Sam, he was always the artistic one. Ben was always the athletic one, and I was always kind of just the fat one. Yeah, so fat, in fact, they actually used to call me Fat Ben. Ben being the athletic brother. Yeah, it's a shame. You guys can, yeah, it's okay. But no, there's this set of sisters, Danny and Jess, and one day Jess decided to get in on the joke. She goes, "Oh, you're Fat Ben," which was a bold move for her, being the fatter of the 2 sisters. Yeah, so I called her Fat Danny, and she didn't really like that. She actually ran and she told on me to a hall monitor. I ended up getting suspended for 2 days. Fucked up, right? Yeah. Still feel like I came out on top, though. You know, I got suspended for 2 days, and she got bulimia.
Yeah.
That joke can be hard to swallow, but easy to throw back up. No, while we're on the topic of eating disorders, I'll tell you guys a little bit about mine. I've been eating disorder and dad order. Just keep eating. Yes. Stupid joke. No. Does anybody, you guys are all skinny. That really sucks for a big guy like me. But no, does anybody get fat shamed by their mom? Okay, yeah, you got a little thickness to you. But no, my mom, she likes to fat shame me, but like in subtle ways. Like she won't just call me a fat ass. Instead, she'll just send the leftovers home with my brothers on holidays. Now, I knew shit was getting a little out of hand when for Christmas, I opened a bunch of double XL t-shirts. Now, like, I'm cool, like, I'm an XL. I own that proudly, but extra, extra large? This sounds like a bugler back in the day. Like, extra, extra, read all about it. Depressed comic, fat shamed by mom. Who's only skinny because of Ozempic. I'm like, what the fuck, Mom? You got the cheat codes and you're not even sharing them? What really sucks is me and Mom, we used to be fat together, you know? We used to crush buffets. We'd go to a buffet, get like 10 plates of crab legs, and then start the entree. And now she's fat shaming me for going for seconds on the mac and cheese. I'm like, what the fuck? I want the mom that's eating 10 plates of crab legs from Newburgh back. The Newburgh buffet. Fucking, that place was scary. You guys ever been? Don't go. I think you're closed. Yeah, do people date here in Millbrook? Anybody date?
Yeah, there's like 7 young people and they all vary. There's like a 5-year age difference. So like, yeah, there's nothing happening here.
Is it true that you work at the gas station?
I used to.
Yeah?
I used to. I have an even crazier job now that's making me self-loathe a lot, so it's really fun.
I feel like pumping gas in New York is like one of the most useless things you can do.
People used to take pictures of me. They would go, "No way!"
Your hand too, dude.
That
They were
too,
probably,
yeah,
you
yeah.
probably could
They're
have
like,
put
"Look at
that
this
shit in
circus
there.
freak."
You could have
No,
put that shit in there, pocketed the fucking money from the gas.
He makes us, the owner makes us wear the 1950s jumpsuits.
Really?
So they'd be like, no way, can we take a picture of you? Like, you're actually gonna pump the gas? So, yeah.
This is just your fucking podcast.
No, you see, when you're right. No, when I my girlfriend's from New Jersey.
Yeah, they have to.
And I go to Jersey, and they make you,
Yep.
they pump your gas.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
they force it upon
Yeah,
you.
yeah,
You
you're
can't
not-
even, you
you're
can't
not-
even pump
It's
your own
illegal
gas.
to do it yourself.
They don't even give you the option,
Correct.
which is crazy because like when I pull up there and I tell them to fill it up, and then my card gets declined after $6. It's just the most embarrassing thing ever. But no, back to dating. I'll get back to my set now. You got nobody dates here? You guys all single at this table? Hell yeah, good shit. That's good. You should stay away from the dating apps because I was on the apps for a while. Hinge was my app of choice.
Nice.
And the problem with Hinge is all the girls I would match with, they seem to be quite boring. Like I matched with this girl whose interests were coffee shops and bookstores. I don't drink coffee and I can't read. How do I tell a girl that my interests are experimental drug use and taking hikes, you know? No, I matched with one girl on Hinge who came with like a good opening line. She said, "What are you passionate about?" Good question, right? It's a good question. You can say it. But no, it's a good question. And I responded, I said, "I'm really passionate about comedy." And I said, "What are you passionate about?" And she said, "I like to teach people with disabilities how to ride horses." Now, I don't know how to respond to that. Yeah, so I'm thinking about it for like 5 minutes before I just decided not to respond at all. Nothing against the girl. I just have no need to learn how to ride a horse right now. No, the dating apps are tough. I matched with one girl and we went on a date for a while. She had both HPV and a DUI. Yeah, so I'd always say 20 more letters, you got the whole alphabet. She doesn't like that joke. She actually called me recently. She called me from jail. Yeah, I guess they go a little harder on the second Dewey. But no, she called and asked if I could stop telling that joke. And I was like, fuck no, freedom of speech. She didn't really like that though. I guess freedom is a pretty touchy topic for her right now. She's in jail. Stupid. No, I was concerned for a while I might have it though, HPV. Fortunately, I have a brother who's a dermatologist. So I was chatting with him about it one Thanksgiving, you know, normal family conversations. And he asked me to send over a couple pictures. I happily obliged. I sent him over. And he responded with 3 questions. None of them were medical related questions. He said, "Why are you taking the pictures in a full-length mirror? Why are you smiling? And why is it hard?" I said, "Sorry, bro, you know, I got excited. I've sent out a lot of these pictures, but nobody's ever asked for one before." All right, guys, that's been my time tonight. Thank you.
Yeah, well, shit. I guess I'll tell you guys real quick how I got pretty much fired from my last job because Gabe kind of brought it up. Gabe was talking about conspiracies, and I was talking about conspiracies with my boss. We used to drive around special needs people, and I was talking about conspiracies, and I was talking about how, like, the Newtown shooting, like, actually didn't happen, and how, like, Hitler was actually, like, really not that bad of a guy. Now, I don't believe any of these things, but I like conspiracies, okay? And I also mentioned that, like, you know, the races that were oppressed, like Mexicans and blacks, are now getting more opportunities in things like newsrooms. And, like, if you look at newsrooms, they're not just all white people anymore, right? And he went to HR on me, but not because I said Hitler wasn't a bad guy and the Newtown shooting wasn't happening. He went to HR on me because I said that there was Mexicans getting better jobs. Yeah. So be careful what you say to people, guys. This has been the best Julien's comedy show we've ever had. Thank everyone for coming. Tip your bartenders. This has been great. We will see you in 2 weeks, which will also be the 13th. And then also 2 weeks after that will be the 27th. So we'll see you in March. Watch out for the Mercury retrograde. It'll fuck up your cars and your phones. Peace out.